guys, so I've had a few people ask me how to get their wives into hunting, and I am here to kind of give you my little cheat sheet for getting your wives into hunting. So it's not necessarily about the hunt, it's about getting them out there. And I feel like a lot of people decide that they're going to try too fast, and it's something that you kind of have to ease a lady into, especially if she's not super sure about it. If you bring home breathtaking photos, like I'm talking sunsets, sunrises, beautiful colorations of mushrooms and moss and flowers and everything like that, and you're like, hey babe, look at how beautiful this place is. Hey babe, see this spot that I picked today? Look at how gorgeous the view is from here. It's simple things like that. Pique the interest, plant the seed. It's not as hard as people make it out to be, but nobody works for much of anything anymore. They just want instant gratification. It should be a question and then a yes, and that's not how it works. Another way to do it is to take her scouting, whether it be shed hunting or scouting. Take her out, have her look around, and just see what's out there. Don't talk about deer hunting, don't talk about anything else, just talk about what's out there. Talk about the beauties, talk about what it's like to listen to nature unravel every single morning and what it's like to listen to it curl up every single night. Talk to her about the sunrises that you see every morning. Talk to her about the sunsets. Talk to her about the way the sun glistens through the frost in the morning. You want to talk about beautiful? That is where it is. Another thing is get her involved. So if you're making scouting trips, if you are planning on hunting somewhere, something like that, and it doesn't have to be super educated, informative, getting her involved. It can be, hey babe, I have these 2 spots, the wind's really good, which one do you think I should hunt? That's it. That's all. Nothing crazy. If you give too much information, somebody's not going to be interested because you overload their brain. And yes, I just said interested because I can't. Words are hard for me. Another thing is you're going to have to sacrifice some of your time. So part of teaching somebody that's new is sacrificing your time. It's going to be less prep. It's going to be less scouting. It's going to be less during deer season. It's just going to be less overall because you have an apprentice under your wing that you are taking time from yourself, teaching her how to do what she needs to do. In that way, she knows that she's learning the right way. If you don't take time and you just say, oh, you go out with a gun and you shoot it and it goes bang, that helps her none. So you have to be a little bit informative, especially if she does start taking an interest in hunting. One of my biggest things is don't be a dick. If you want your wife to learn how to hunt, you cannot be condescending, you can't be a jerk, you can't be impatient, you can't be any of that stuff. Otherwise, it's going to turn the opposite and she's going to hate hunting even more than she did or already does now. So let's avoid that at all costs. Be patient, be willing to teach, and be willing for stupid questions because we have a lot of them. It just happens. We didn't do it our whole lives, so we don't know what's silly and what's an actual legitimate question. And that's where it gets hard, is because we end up becoming berated by people when we ask questions and it's silly. So don't be a dick. You're going to have to sacrifice your way of hunting as well. So Justin primarily hunted elevated. When he started teaching me how to hunt and getting me into hunting, he ended up hunting from the ground, which is something that he never really does. And I appreciate it more than words could ever express. But also, it's taught him new ways of hunting, and it's taught him new ways of looking at things because he's so used to being elevated, he doesn't realize what happens from the ground anymore. And so it kind of helped give him that extra little oomph of education that he needed on the deers. That he needed on the deers? Is it deers? That he needed on the deer? I don't know. But anyways, that he needed on the deer to kind of help him out just that little bit more. When you're up close and personal with the deer, it's a whole different story than being elevated. Another thing is doe hunt. Doe hunt, doe hunt, doe hunt. The more you doe hunt, the more practice she has at the moment of if a buck comes in. If a buck does come in, then by all means, try and have her shoot at it, for sure. Like, that's exciting, and I'm so proud of you guys. But if one doesn't, then just teach her off of doe. Like, make the first shot be a doe. Make, you know, your hunting trips be doe in the beginning, and let her learn whether or not she actually likes the sport. When you just dive them in, and another thing that I have is don't put too much pressure or expectations on people. When you put too much pressure on somebody, it makes something not fun anymore. And it's hard. It's hard to live with the letdown, and it's not even that you let yourself down, it's that you're letting somebody else down and you didn't want to. Like, you wanted nothing more for everything to come to fruition and for everything to work out just how it was supposed to be, but it didn't, and then it just makes you feel like a failure that much more. So try not to put pressure on your wife or girlfriend, whatever she may be, if you guys are hunting, because it is very strenuous and it makes it to where people don't want to do it. Ladder stands and blinds are going to be your best friends with new hunters. I love my saddle, though I was able to climb up a ladder stand my first year of hunting. My saddle makes me feel a lot more safe and secure where I'm attached from the ground up, and that's just a personal thing. I pick saddles over top of tree stands because I feel a lot safer in them, and it's just my opinion. Another thing too, and my final note is, if you do get your wife or your woman started in hunting, congratulations. I'm super proud of you. Now watch half your camo disappear, because we need it and we get cold. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.